I don't know how long I'm going to stay on. I'm just starting to talk. I just caught a glimpse of a content creator that I had a consultation with. And if you have watched any of my other videos in its entirety, because I am a what you call a long form new creative creator, I truly and immensely appreciate the younger generation. And I appreciate them so immensely because every generation comes to teach you an easier way of doing things. They know the shortcuts. You look at them in awe. You're totally amazed. And if you write inside, you will not only, like, I don't know if it's the praise. I don't think it's praise, because, not saying it's not needed, but I'm saying, there's a sense of false praise. You know what I'm saying? They are very keen. They're intuitive. If you just pay attention to the babies since 2020, they were showing children saying words, holding their head up, holding in a stare, a gaze, smiling, all the things, right? So every generation comes in smarter, stronger, faster. Almost like, if you remember, excuse me, if you remember the Bionic Man and the Bionic Woman, stronger, better, faster. That's these babies. That's these younger people. And when I say younger people, I'm talking about from the ages of 25, I'm going to say 25 to 35, right? What I want to say to you is this, because I truly adore y'all. I do. I adore you. Good day. Keep living. Don't worry about how fast you're going to get to your destination. Enjoy the journey. Live the journey. Your lived, how you show up, just living through what it is that you're trying to get to, is a whole testimony. And one of the content creators mentioned that, she's able to encourage people, speak to people, push people, help them see their problems. It's like most people that are here to serve, here to help heal, we do that. We do that. We can see what's up with you. We can see, feel, sense, discern what it is that you need as far as encouragement, inspiration, a fire under your ass. But when it comes to us ourselves, it's like we have to still or continuously take the time to nurture ourselves. Sometimes in giving all that out, we deplete ourselves. And we just have to go back and fill it up. But in any case, I want to express my gratitude for being able to jump on a live quicker than I can make a video and post it. It's something about that whole process of making content, then going back, editing it, making it look fly. Like, for real, I could give zero fucks about what you think about me, my external, how I look. Yes, My channel is labeled a beauty channel. It starts off, if you're, looking through it, it's just, oh, it's another hairstylist. I'm not, that is not who I am. Who I am is a spiritual being having a fucking amazing experience. I'm having a fucking amazing experience on this earth. Showing up as me. That's one of my gifts. You know what I'm saying? Being able to lay hands to crowns and heal people from inside out. And I that package be looking, you understand? I'm not just a hairstylist, and I'm not here to sell myself as that. I'm a makeup artist. I'm also an esthetician. I'm also a master barber. I am also an artist, mixed media artist, right? I love to crochet. I love to sew. I don't brag about, throwing down in the kitchen, but I know how to edify myself. And I love to pamper people. I love nurturing, right? But all those things, if you took all of those things away, and you looking at this meat suit before you, I am gigantic, enormous, wide and all outside. Just a portion of that ocean in a drop fitting to this body. And I want to say to you that if you know, or you've been feeling inclined to share your gifts, and what are your gifts? These are things that you do only the way that you can do, and nobody else can do it like you. It's not about them doing it better than you, because there's always somebody that does something. Hear what I'm saying? It's always somebody that does something better than you. But guess what? That thing that they do better than you, that's not your thing. The thing that you do, can't nobody do it like you. I mean, no one. I don't care if they sat and watched you demonstrated on YouTube, if they pulled up and parked on a look and learn. You want people to be better, right? You want people to be better than you when you're sharing things. There's certain things you might show people. You might, teach them, instruct them, point out to them how to accomplish said desired result. But they're going to do it their way, like you do things your way. So live, pursue, matter of fact, live and just learn to enjoy what it is that you're doing. The intensity in which you do that, it emits such a force, such a power of magnetism. You end up drawing to you what it is that you're divinely desiring. And it won't escape you, because what's for you is for you. Like what's for me is for me. And again, I'm going to always refer back to the younger people. And some of them are not younger either. There are content creators. Let me tell you. I'm in a class right now called All About Frequency. Shout out to Ms. Blue. If y'all don't know who Ms. Blue is, she is the Soulful Oracle. That's her title. Ms. Blue, the Soulful Oracle. I thought that upon stumbling into or on my journey, right, that I had to do all these things. I needed to know all the things, how to read tarot, how to read oracles, how to fuse in numerology. I just know I had an affinity for those things. You understand what I'm saying? And in 2020, I got like the biggest wake up call in a very unconventional way, I'm going to add, because of the way I was raised or conditioned. And that was to stay away from all of what it is that I'm actually drawn to. But the wake up call was like such a Mack truck smack. Okay? I couldn't ignore that. And it is something that I was like truly like desiring to learn about, to know about, like why is it forbidden? Why should we not? Whatever. But guess what? When you start coming out of the box that people try to put you in, that you were groomed to stay in, you find out a lot about yourself. It was quote unquote, some people still say it's called a rabbit hole, because once you peek through one window, down another window, into another door, you're so far removed from where you started. Looking back is really not an option. It's like you just keep going. So I want to tell y'all, keep going. Y'all are dope as fuck. Y'all are the shit. And I say that because I'm dope as fuck and I'm the shit. We only call out what we see because it's familiar to us. And it's familiar to us because it starts with us. Right? So it's also called, some people might call it projecting, but you're not doing it in a negative way. You're bigging somebody up. You're giving people their flowers. I know it's so many, terms of, I call them terms of endearment. Also, like another whole vernacular that is spoken, you know what I'm saying? But it all boils down to the same thing. You see in others what you see in yourself. That's why you can't go looking for your soulmate. You can't go looking for your person. You can't go searching for what you consider your other half. There is no other half of you because you're a whole. So it's one and one is a solid. It's going to actually make a three, right? You, your partner, and spirit. That's three. A trine, a triangle, trilogy, right? Trinity is three. But before you even get to the whole of that number three, you are whole and complete right now. You're whole and complete right now. I know that phrase because every morning, after or as I am in ritual of my own self-love, that is something that I listen to from, what is his name? Joe Dispenza, right? But aside of that, when you need to, or you've stumbled onto this path and you're just looking, you're searching, you might be crying. You might have been crying today and turned this video on and heard something that was said in here that makes a lot of sense. Maybe you heard a name that I dropped and you go look at the person's channel. The young lady that accelerated the fire under me to come sit outside right now instead of going to eat my lunch like I started to do. And I'm going to share with y'all about that too. Her name is Mogul. She calls herself Money Bags, right? Money Bag Mogul. But she's an awesome, amazing, talented, beautiful goddess, right? And I just heard her sharing about herself, and I started thinking about how I've done the same thing. We all have this self-talk where we're so hard on ourselves. Like, why? Like, would you tell your bestie or somebody that was like really sitting and listening to you, like, yo, you so fucking stupid, why you do that shit? You wouldn't say that to them. Why do yourself like that? Why? And then you wonder why. Not saying she cussed at herself. Then you wonder why the thing that you desire is like, it feels so far away. It's because you changed your frequency. Shout out to Miss Blue again for the All About Frequency class. Like, I've taken courses, I have joined other communities because I felt very impressed and I was very hungry for what I thought was more knowledge. It's like, but really the true knowledge that you actually need is the knowledge of yourself. And we always hear that, and it sounded so, I don't want to say woo-woo. It's not woo-woo. It's like, it sounds elusive, like it's so far away. Like, but think about it. Knowledge of self. The gnosis, because that's the etymologic breakdown of the word knowledge is gnosis. Knowledge of self, right? Why do we feel so far removed from that when we're talking about ourselves? We are learning how much of what can impact our knowledge of self has been hidden from us. It has been kept from us. It's been dangled in our face. As y'all be saying, they be playing with your top. They've been playing with our top for a long time. And now the jig is up. So one of the easiest, and I'm saying easy as in accessing, one of the easiest ways, one of the quickest ways that you can accelerate or dive deeper into the knowledge of yourself is by starting with your birth chart, your natal chart. And as long as you know the time that you were born, it's, when I tell you, when you start learning about yourself, when you start doing the science, the knowledge, the excavating of what is within you, you won't have no time to be sitting around scrolling, watching, commenting, whatever it is you're doing, trolling. You won't have no time to do that for nobody else, because to learn about you, to learn about how beautiful, magnificent, spectacular, better than amazing that you are, the ocean in a drop, to learn about, to actually be able to be like, wow. Because it's the chart is more, we, first of all, we are the dust of the stars. We are the planets, in the flesh. It makes up our personality. It makes up, our character, our flaws, and our fine points, if you want to, term it like that. But there's so much to learn about you. It's more to you than your sun, moon, and your rising. There's more to you than the archetype of your sun sign. Like somebody says, oh, when's your birthday? Oh, was today the 7th? And happy, I don't know if I said it earlier, but happy 7/7. You're like, oh, July 7th. Oh, you're a Cancer. That's just a part of that's just a part of what makes up you. You're not just a Cancer. You got like 8, 9 other, wait, 11 other parts to who you are. You're not just that. But when you don't know, you don't know. When you don't know how, you don't know how to find out. I didn't know how for a long time. And I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm grown like your auntie. I'm grown like I could be a grandma, right? Pardon me. I'm the oldest of 4. You know, even that alone, it's like I learned about that in my birth chart. So I want to encourage you. I want to thank you. I want to further inspire you. I want to put, while this light of the sun on my back, shout out to Jill Scott. If y'all know, y'all know. While this fire is on my back, I'm gonna put the fire under you and tell you what you're looking for is right in the mirror. If you don't like looking in the mirror, then guess what? The external mirrors, those people that you call your friends, those people that, you know, you just do shit with, you hang with, you might get high with, you might drink with, you might be jumping off with. All those people, the people that I say work with, they're all mirrors. They're all reflections of parts of you. And when things go wrong on the outside, it's time to look inside. It's time to go within. We are in Cancer season. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Cancer rules the 4th house in the natal chart. And the 4th house is about the mother, family, ancestors, your upbringing. 4 is also the number of stability, foundations. So when you think about what they call trauma bonding and how you click with certain people, I don't care if it's physically that you just love being around them, sexually because you're active with them like that, or spiritually you just connect with them like that. Your foundation plays a lot in why you connect or are drawn to or magnetize people toward you the way that you do in situations. Not just people, situations, right? We're in Cancer season. We got a full moon in Capricorn coming up. Today, the moon is in Sag, I believe, because I checked the moon chart yesterday. It says Scorpio. I believe today's moon is in Sag, right? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So on this 7/7 portal day, whatever you are focusing on, whatever you are dwelling on, whatever you are, wherever you at up here, it's going to it's going to expand, it's going to morph, it's going to take on some energy of its own. So it really would behoove you to love on yourself today. Shout out to Queen Poe, who gave, she did a short. She has a short on today's 7/7 portal, and I was just reminded after my dope ass live that I watched and participated in last night. It wasn't my live, it was hers, but I'm saying it's just, it felt so good there. After all of that information given, to focus on your love of self, Y'all talk about manifesting. Y'all want all the things, the bells, the whistles, the shiny objects. You are all those things. So manifest a deeper relationship. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm only suggesting. When you're thinking about what you want to manifest, manifest more self-love. Manifest knowing yourself better. Manifest falling in love with the parts of you that you don't even know yet. Because that's what happened when you meet somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you like highly attracted to. You think, oh my God, this is brand new. This is different. This is gonna be the shit. And guess what? That's the initial collision of class about to begin. Because people are only capable of loving you as much as they love themselves. That's it. That's all. We not gonna argue because I don't go back and forth. I got a my Mercury is in Sagittarius. I really don't care to go back and forth. And a lot of times I try to be mindful of my delivery, but yeah, I ain't really about that life neither. I shut up a lot, so when I do speak, I speak exactly how I feel. How Kevin Hart says, say it with your chest and say what you mean and mean what you say. I'll be quiet a lot so that when I actually do open my mouth and say something, it may not be so palatable, to some people, but it's what they need. It's like herbs. You know what I'm saying? It's like herbs. Is this a bee or a fly? It's a fly. Of course, the pests are out, right? They think they're gonna make me get off, sharing what I gotta share real quicker than what I need to, but I'm gonna take my time and say it. Hold on, matter of fact, hold on. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, people they can only meet you where they at. They act like they meet you where you're at. And if you haven't done your work on yourself, and I used to hear this term, I've been hearing the term. I want to tell you, since my awareness started to really be unveiled, 2017, 2018, right? I kept hearing this term, do the work, do the work. Like, what the fuck is the work? What the fuck is the work? And you be thinking the work is grind. You be thinking the work is go harder. You be thinking the work is do more, spend more. You know what I'm saying? Invest more as far as that fiat currency. No. No. The work is you. The work is to be done on you. The work that needs to be done is within your universe, so that the planets that you attract that not revolve around you like you're being the center of attention, as you are the sun, right? You do your work so the planets that you attract in rotation around you align divinely, deliberately. And it will call to you with a higher discernment. And when you begin to know yourself, you begin to do the work, studying your personal science. It's going to be so many things that come to you along the way that are for you. And so today, I am taking the time to not only nurture and nourish myself, because my food is waiting for me. I'm taking time to connect with nature, share my gifts with you, and to love on myself and to appreciate myself and give thanks for being able to breathe on my own. I'm giving thanks for being able to take a deep breath. You don't know how important things are until you got to find out how much you took them for granted. I'm giving thanks for my nervous system, the complex design within my vessel. Nerves, blood, bones, tissue, organs. I'm giving thanks for my biggest organ, my skin, that it can absorb the sun. And all I do is just get richer in shade. I don't burn. I get richer in shade. My breath that I can take in on my own without the help of an oxygen tank or a mask or being resuscitated because I stopped breathing. I'm giving thanks for breathing on my own. I'm giving thanks for being able to sit up straight. I'm giving thanks for my hands, my fingers, my eye gates, my ear gates, my heart, my chakras aligning, my creativity. Okay? Just off the cuff, just little things. For me being able to speak, for me being able to think, to know what accountability means, is, and be willing to be that for myself. Being accountable, that is huge for us as spiritual beings. Being accountable. While we're here on this plane, yeah, you better be. Because if you're not, all of that good and material, physical, tangible means, you'll get it, but it won't last long. And truth be told, you don't even want all the stuff that you say you want. I might be reaching a little, far. You want the feeling of obtaining it and receiving it and having it, and somebody not being able to take it from you. That's what you like. You really want. You just want to be able to say, I had it, or I got it, and now I want something else. Which means you're never satisfied, which is cool. Nobody's judging you. I'm not judging you. I'm not here to judge you. However, I am here to be authentic, speak my truth, and I'm still learning all of what that is. Because before I had an idea of what speaking my truth is, I thought it just meant to share all the negative experiences I've had and how they made me feel. I was in survival mode. I was speaking from victimhood, victim mentality, lack mindset, and I'm not telling you all of it is perfect or perfected, because The only thing that's perfect is right now in this moment. That's what's perfect. And I never looked at it like just sharing was cool. It was all right. We'll talk about that as I grow forward about why I was afraid to even share. So before I even allow myself to venture into that sidebar thought, I'm just going to say, ask yourself today, and I heard this from Mogul. I've also heard it with Miss Blue. I've also heard it with Queen Poe. I've also heard it with Paris with your tarot. Paris Williams, Saturn's daughter. I've also heard it from that's a few people, right? But what I heard was, what would you do? What would you actually do? Not, I think, what would you actually take action on if you weren't scared? You were not afraid. If the you, before the you know today, never got so, excuse me, got so conditioned that they really were scared out of who they truly are. What would you do if that never happened? What would you do if you didn't even think about that shit? Because we can't change the past. We can't change the past. Like, real quick, easy example. Being overly concerned with how I look at times, right? When I leave the house, I can't leave without earrings. So I say. How about today? I left out the house without earrings. Threw my hat on after I got dressed and was out. Because all I was concerned about was doing what I need to do and getting back home. I left the house without my earrings. And I started thinking like, dang, I really need my earrings. I'm already out doing what I need to do. Do I really need my freaking earrings? No. Did it stop anything? No. Did it stop me from making this video? No. I'm not worrying about being cute, fly, phony, superficial, braggadocious. My energy I'm giving that I'm walking in is confidence today. And an elation. Confident elation. Or elated confidence. It's like a verbal palindrome. That's what I'm feeling. So it didn't stop shit. I'm still on here doing this live. I bypassed because I think the whole, me saying I'm gonna make a video, it's like, oh, I gotta perform. I'm done with performing. My South Node is in Leo. And I'm still learning about like how performative I have been most of my life, and in what ways, and for whom, and why. And all I know is that it's no more. I'm not performing for nobody unless we booed up. And when I say booed up, I ain't talking about shacked up. I'm talking about some legit soul frequency magnetized vibration in the most decadent, intimate, the words are escaping me. But in that way, if I ain't with you, we have fun performing. We can have fun performing. But performing for things that I already am, performing for love, performing to receive joy, performing to receive reciprocation on what I give. I'm not performing for that. I'm not performing for that. No. I am who I am. And I am multidimensional. I'm not one thing. I'm all the things. And then some. I'm an ocean in a drop. Not a drop in an ocean. Run that back to yourself again. Because that's what you are. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're an ocean in a drop. So, as I sit out here, I'm going to take can I flip this camera? Hold on, because my phone is getting hot. I'm sitting out here. I want to see if I can flip the camera for you. Yeah. I'm going to spend 2-3 minutes out here and just soak up Mother Nature. God is God. She's amazing. She's better than amazing. Let me let you see real quick. You see the green? Do you know what color green represents? Green represents the heart chakra. And the heart has to do with courage. Not just love, but courage. And on this 7/7 day, this divinely aligned day, I am embodying the courage of my grandmother, whose favorite color was green. I had two, but I only met one. My grandmother's favorite color was green. I never associated that with money. I just knew she liked the color green. And now that I'm grown and she's no longer here, and I take time to reminisce and I speak to her, just looking at this green outside, it's life-giving, it's sustaining, it's sustenance, it is stability, because you can count on the trees to grow their leaves. You can also count on the trees to lose their leaves. It tells you what time it is in nature. When the trees is flourishing and full, you know you're in warm climate. You know you're in some heat. You got warmth. You have sun. You have oxygen. How about that? The leaves make the damn oxygen. The green gives you life. The breath of life. And see, if I was trying to record a video, I don't even know if all of the things I'm saying would come out, because I would be, it's like I said, performative. And I'm not performing. I'm just showing up, being myself unapologetically. And I'm not here for everybody. I've never been one for everyone. I might have, tried to carry myself like that at times. I might got caught up like that at times. I might have thought that that's what I was supposed to do at times, was be there for everybody or show up for everybody. I'm not. I don't. I have not. and still don't want to, because I gotta, I told you my Mercury is in Sag. My temperament sometimes for patience, lack of patience for certain shit is like fuses short. So no, I'm not performing. I'm here unapologetically as me, the spiritual being having this phantasmic, orgasmical human experience, and I'm here to share, and I'm here to my live the journey as I reach destinations, because it ain't just one stop. Like y'all creatives, my younger people, I do refer to y'all as my nieces and nephews. If y'all don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because unless I speak with you like in person or we have a conversation, um, not that I see you as, a little you and a big me. I just don't know you, and respectfully, if I've been here longer than you, and my age says older than you, depending on where you at and the energy you giving off, you my niece or you my nephew. You could be one of my spiritual children. You could, because I don't have children. I don't have physical children. I'm a godmommy. I'm an auntie. I am a niece. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a big sister. I'm a little sister. Big sis, little sis. I'm all the things. As Miss Blue, and I love Miss Blue. I love when you go old school in a moment, and most of her audience is, well, that I have experienced so far. They're old enough to know some of the things, some of the songs, and uh, terms that she be spitting. The song that she mentioned anyway is called "You Are Everything and Everything Is You" by the Stylistics. And when she sang it, it just gave me chills, because it reminded me of my dad. My father used to play music all the time. That's how I learned about music. I have my love of music comes from my father, and my dad was a Sag. Um, so yeah, you are everything and everything is you. That's why you got to be mindful when you're speaking to people, mindful of how you treat people. Is this up? Hold on. I thought it was I was about to say it's a flying ant. It looked like a termite. Anyway, I ain't worried about it. The bees are my friends. This year I said I wasn't going to be afraid of them, and they started coming to me. But you are everything and everything is you. That means, that's why I said earlier, the reflection that is projected back to you from the people around you, the situations that you experience, the things that you are growing through, growing, you are growing through. They're all reflections of what you need to address within, whether it means to celebrate it or negate it. You either gotta keep it clutch or release it. Because if it's not serving you, you definitely can't keep it clutch. But you gotta keep clutches the truth with yourself. And learning about who you are by means of your natal chart. This sun is eating me up. You hear me? And I got on black. When you find out about your natal chart, When you start learning about yourself through your natal chart, yo, I want to tell you thank me later, but thank me now. Thank me now. Thank me now, yo. And when you are getting this done, you know, if you would like to grow grow through your natal chart, I'd be more than happy to explore it with you. Um, if you are looking for others who can do that, who do it on a more consistent basis, you know, there's a plethora of people out here, but you have to be mindful of who you are exchanging energy with. You can check out Mama T. You can check out Paris Williams. You can check out, and I'm telling you these people because I know they do birth chart readings. As more come to me, I'll just, I'll share them. I won't gatekeep. Um, there's a brother named Ra'aku. Ra'aku 365. If you go to Brother Rich's channel, shout out to Brother Rich, you find out about Ra'aku. He is he about that life. He about that life. I tried to have a reading. I didn't try to. I had a birth chart reading with him once. This is early on when I was just discovering that I was becoming more aware of myself. And I didn't know my birth time. So I made up a birth time when I was talking to him. That shit did not fly. And I could not get what I was supposed to have because the time of your birth reveals your sun, your moon, and your rising. They say those are like your top three. And then your other essential placements, planets, houses, all of that can be seen and read by knowing the time of your birth. So be mindful of who you share that with. I just told y'all two people. Mama T does North Node readings. If you know what North Node is, your North Node is like your life's purpose. And when you come into this plane, you are in your South Node, which then becomes a part of your past. It's something that the part of you that you're extremely familiar with. You can do the thing or whatever it was with your eyes closed. But as you grow and mature, you move toward your North Node, which is your life's purpose. And Mama T does North Node readings also. So, there's so many legit people that if you are on your journey, don't worry about, what path you're supposed to be on. Just don't worry about any of it. Just start learning. Just start taking in knowledge of yourself. And the more you do that, you will attract the videos, the content, the content creators. It might be in real time. You might meet somebody that can help you read, your chart, understand it. It's just juicy. You just find out how decadent you really are, and how expansive you really are, But I feel I'm in my body. I am in my body. Miss Blue be saying, get out your head. I'm out. I'm coming out my head. I'm out my head. I'm into my body. And I'm about to finish, go back inside, cool off, finish enjoying my broccoli and cauliflower and my fresh made smoothie juice that I made. And what's my smoothie juice? What's in my smoothie juice? Pineapple juice, orange, watermelon, which happens to be sweet, by the way. It's good. Strawberries, blueberries, chia seeds, ginger, mangoes, guava, key lime juice, and a little bit of lemon juice. And a little bit of agave. Yeah. So, and it's nice and cold. So, I'm about to go finish enjoying that and do something else that makes me really happy, which is what is that? Butterfly? Just flew past me. I've been seeing cardinals, butterflies. I seen turkey buzzards. I meant to look up the spiritual meaning of them because they was getting it in on a carcass, something that was roadkill, like fresh. They was ugh, but that's what they do. Yeah, I'm about to go back inside and enjoy that. And I'm so grateful. I'm so in gratitude. I also want to shout out I Understood. And I also want to thank and shout out my my subscribers, new, former. Did y'all see that shadow? And consistent. I really do have plans, desires, freaking little irritate, and like the flies, like how I watch videos or you watch readings, and they tell you about like a fly, if there's a fly present, like somebody want to be in your business. A little pest, a little annoyance. I ain't letting that stop me. I've been here this long, and I'm just getting here to YouTube the way that I'm starting to show up, and I don't have plans on going anywhere. I know things are changing drastically, dramatically, and quickly, and I must send my love to all of the families in Texas. I don't watch TV, and I found out what happened to those babies with the flooding, and the people, the adults too. It's like, I think it was the number when I saw it was like 891 people were affected by that, either injured or no longer with us. But the babies, the girls, it's like 8 of them. I think it's like eight little girls that I could recall. So I want to send so much love and sympathy to the families in Texas at this time. And send you who are watching this, whenever it finds you. And when I say whenever, because that's how I come across videos, when they be like, whenever this find you, it was meant for you to see it, it's the truth. Because whatever it is that you're getting, it was meant for you to hear now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not last year, but the moment that you find it. So I send you immense love. appreciation, and express gratitude. And I look forward to growing forward with you. Peace.